If you want to hear a story, let me hear you say, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Once upon a time, stories were heard in Missouri, and people loved them. They wanted to hear more. Educators realize stories are impacting learning in a positive way. They allow children to experience their own cultural roots as well as the diversity of others. Teachers in and beyond the classroom began to notice children were listening, remembering, comprehending information at a higher level.
I did many workshops involving storytelling with teachers so that they would be able and be encouraged to embrace storytelling as still a very valuable and a very real form of teaching. And so I showed them over the years and hope that they kept it near and dear to their hearts to use this form of art to continue to enlighten and to teach and to educate our children. Because when there's no paper, when there's no pencil, a story will remain, and you can be educated through storytelling.
I know a shortcut to Grandma's house. I think I know her house. It's that little one in the woods. And she said, my mother told me to stay on the path. He said, but I know a shortcut right through here. You could follow me and you'd get there faster. She said, no, I am going on the path like my mother says.
Storytelling can educate people through teaching tales or simply through encouraging people to read more or to find out more. It can inspire people. It allows us to use our imagination. It allows us to free our creative spirit. And it also allows us to be more thoughtful or reflective, but to be inspired and delighted and sometimes hilarious and have such joy.
I love folk tales. My grandmother taught me that we could travel around the world in a folk tale and still might get back in time for supper. Yes.
I think it's made them better listeners. I really do. The kids, like today I was in a school, and when we started talking, you could tell there was a difference in the kids. They calmed down and they listened. And they were listening for little things, because I threw a lot of just little zingers within my stories, and they were catching them, which means they were honestly listening to me.
Oh, my mama always told me, sometimes she'd even scold me. She'd say, don't stick your tongue on the freezer rack. My mama's not in sight, but I'm thinking I just might stick my tongue on the freezer rack.
Bringing the stories to life, which are just so different than maybe the kids. If they're not very good readers, perhaps they are able to visualize these stories a little bit further. Also, with storytelling, the students can really develop that sense of sequencing, the rhythm and the repetition that are in stories are just so beneficial, and it's just a natural bridge over to the printed word.
There's such a strong connection with people, with each other, but also with creating community, and with people feeling connected not only to people like them, but to people who have different values or different experiences or different worldviews. And storytelling can illuminate some of that and help people understand, help people accept, often help people celebrate how much we're alike underneath and how interesting it is when we're different.